A security camera at a shopping mall captures the eerie moment a spirit, seemingly unconcerned with the living, decides to take a wheelchair for a ride, proving that ghosts may be just as indifferent to humans as we are to them. The video begins by showing several angles from the mall's surveillance system, but it doesn't take long before things become strange. A wheelchair suddenly rolls out of its place without anyone touching it, slowly moving past automatic doors that open as if they detect something nearby, drawing the attention of a security guard. The guard arrives at the scene, and just like him, we watch in disbelief as the wheelchair continues moving on its own, completely unfazed by anyone observing it. Maybe the spirit got tired of floating around and decided it wanted a seat. Either way, it's probably best to let it do its thing. If nothing else, this footage is a good reason never to work alone late at night. One man experiences what can only be described as a supernatural warning telling him it's time to leave and head home. The clip starts out normally, showing a man working at his desk. However, the spirit lurking nearby seems to have had enough of his overtime. Before long, an item on his desk is suddenly knocked over. The man calmly places it back, but the activity continues. Apparently frustrated, the unseen force escalates things by sending an entire monitor crashing off a shelf. As the man gets up to put it back, his chair unexpectedly moves on its own, pushing him aside and out of view. For the next several seconds, the room remains silent, and the man never returns to the frame. Working late in an office is bad enough, but dealing with a haunting at the same time is a situation most people would gladly avoid. Reddit user Baked Potato shared a bizarre video on the Ghost subreddit. According to him, years ago his friend Kim toured the reportedly haunted Limp Mansion in St. Louis, Missouri. While there, Kim recorded a video on her phone that appears to have captured something chilling. Did you catch it? A shadowy figure wearing what looks like a hat seems to appear in front of a brightly lit window. Yet when she pans the camera back, the figure is completely gone. What makes the footage even more intriguing is that it was recorded on a very old phone. Baked Potato claims the video still exists only on the original device, making it much harder to fake. But is it really a ghost caught on camera, or simply an optical illusion? As another Reddit user asked in the discussion, is it genuine, or just an elaborate hoax? The choice is yours. Meanwhile, the Instagram account Unanswered Universe shared footage that may make you think twice about what happens inside stores when nobody is watching. The video comes from a security camera mounted high near the ceiling of a clothing shop. Right from the start, a security guard can be seen slouched in a chair in one corner of the store. It's obvious he was supposed to be monitoring the otherwise empty shop. Unfortunately, it appears he has fallen asleep on duty. What he doesn't realize is that he's about to get a terrifying wake-up call. Almost immediately, an object falls from a shelf. The guard doesn't seem to notice at first, but what happens next is genuinely disturbing. As you can see, he is suddenly dragged across the floor. He manages to pull himself free and crawls back toward his chair, but whatever grabbed him seems to take hold again, dragging him across the floor a second time. Some skeptics argue that the man's reaction makes the video seem staged. After all, why would anyone stay around after being dragged by an invisible force? His behavior during the first incident may appear exaggerated. However, the way he slides across the floor would be extremely difficult to fake on his own, and any rope or wire strong enough to pull him would likely be visible on camera. So was this careless security guard attacked by a ghostly presence, or was the entire thing just a clever prank? Let me know what you think in the comments below. According to YouTuber Christian AVR, recording strange and unexplained events at his workplace has become fairly common. The location frequently experiences bizarre activity that no one can explain, and on this occasion he managed to capture it on video. In the clip, Christian is working inside a former dining hall that is now used only occasionally for special events. He explains that the room is typically occupied just once a week and only for a few hours at a time. The large space is mostly empty, containing only a handful of tables with chairs stacked on top. While working alone in the deserted hall, he begins hearing unusual noises. Although strange sounds are not uncommon in the reportedly haunted building, he grabs his camera in hopes of recording evidence. Just a few moments later, something incredible happens. A small stool tucked beneath one of the tables slowly begins sliding across the floor. Mierda. It travels several feet before finally coming to a stop. Mierda. So what could have caused such a disturbing sight? In the comments section, Christian mentions that a medical facility is located right next to the building where the dining hall operates. Since many people spend their final days in such facilities, some believe a spirit may have wandered into the hall and begun causing harmless mischief. Christian says the unexplained incidents continue to this day, but staff members still have no answers. Mierda. On the YouTube channel Mindseed TV, paranormal investigator Casey Nolan and his team explore allegedly haunted homes and locations. In this episode, they investigate a house in Tennessee whose owner claims it is inhabited by a dark and unsettling presence.
My grandfather Jack died here a couple months ago. He left the house to me in his will. But when I'm here, staying the night, I notice a presence that I do not recognize. And it's becoming kind of difficult for me to deal with. There's just some weird shit going on in this house that I don't have words to explain.
The homeowner reports hearing strange sounds throughout the house and witnessing doors and cabinets opening by themselves. The investigators capture unusual noises on their spirit box and even spot a mysterious reflection in a window. However, the most disturbing activity appears to center around an old piano located in the hallway.
Did you hear the piano for just a second? It's moving. I got 2 fingers on, I'm barely touching. I think it's going to no. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's going past the letter. Oh, fuck. Do you no longer want to communicate with us? Bro, you know what? Let's just end this. Yeah, I want to see what's going on.
The team approaches the piano to investigate the isolated notes they keep hearing. That's when things become truly bizarre.
Is that you playing the piano? I don't see any more of the keys pushed down. If that was you, can you do it again? Come on, we're here now. We've got the cameras on you. And, go ahead, make a sound. Fuck, I'll do it. Yeah. Can you give us a little sound? Fuck, dude.
As one investigator presses a key on the piano, doors throughout the house begin shaking, and even the structure itself appears to tremble. At that point, the Mindseed TV crew decides they've had enough and quickly leave the property. Even as they exit, strange sounds continue echoing from inside the house. According to the investigators, the presence within the home felt far too dangerous to continue exploring.
Say what you want about us being cowards or whatever, but when you're dealing with a presence like that is trying to take action against you, it's not a game. We're not there to get hurt.
You can watch the full investigation, along with their other paranormal adventures, on the Mindseed TV channel. In another viral video, a night security guard working at a supermarket in Sao Paulo, Brazil, reports witnessing strange activity on surveillance cameras monitoring the parking garage. When he goes downstairs to investigate, things take a very unsettling turn.
Minha gente, aquele carro ali, ele mexeu. Eu parei com a moto aqui agora. Eu tô ficando doido. Ó, e o outro lá mexeu. Esse carro aqui. Tem alguma coisa aqui. Quem é que tá aí? Você mexeu o carro, mexa agora. Mexa esse carrinho que tá aí. Olha. Olha. Vixe. Meu Deus do céu. Vocês viram? Passou por ali. A moto de partida. Olha. Sozinha. Meu.
Shopping carts appear to move by themselves, and even stranger, a motorcycle starts up despite nobody being anywhere near it. So did this guard really capture paranormal activity in the supermarket parking lot, or is it simply a hoax involving fishing line and remote starters? You decide. Finally, here's a short clip shared by Reddit user Grandslammer, who wrote, "My buddy got an alert from his home security camera. This is what it captured." It's hard to tell whether it's an intruder or a ghost. Whatever the explanation may be, receiving a notification that someone is inside your home and then seeing footage like this would be enough to make anyone uneasy. For now, no additional information about the video has been released. The next video was captured late at night on a man's Ring camera, and after reviewing the footage, he says he's never looked at his front yard the same way again.
Caught this on my Ring camera last night.
The movement begins near the edge of the frame, and what immediately stands out is the way the object moves. It doesn't drift or scatter like dust illuminated by infrared light. Instead, it appears to maintain a consistent shape, almost as if it's a compact form floating steadily across the yard. Many viewers initially suggested that it could be dust, pollen, or perhaps an insect passing close to the camera lens. However, particles caught in night vision typically expand, blur, or break apart as they move. This object behaves differently. It follows a smooth, controlled path while retaining its structure before gradually fading from sight. But that's not the most unsettling part. In the audio, a faint voice can be heard. Some listeners believe it sounds like a young girl saying, "We're here." The recording was captured around 3 a.m., a time when no children should have been outside playing. Paranormal investigators often warn that alleged entities may imitate children's voices to appear harmless and attract attention rather than fear. What makes the phrase especially eerie is the wording itself. The voice doesn't say, "I'm here." It says, "We're here." If it was simply a child speaking somewhere off camera, why does the voice sound so close to the microphone? And if it wasn't a child, then what exactly drifted across the yard that night? More importantly, if the voice really said what many people believe it did, the question isn't just what was there but how many. Now, moving on to the next video. A man named Chris and his wife decided to install security cameras throughout their home after experiencing weeks of strange activity that neither of them could explain. At first, the incidents were subtle. Objects would seem slightly out of place. Their dogs would stare into empty corners of rooms and growl at nothing visible. Late at night, they occasionally heard footsteps echoing down the hallway. On several occasions, they even heard what sounded like someone shifting their weight in the living room while they were upstairs. One night, Chris claims he heard a sigh directly behind him, despite no one being there. Eventually, they decided to stop dismissing the events and installed cameras to find out whether there was a visible explanation. Then one evening, while Chris was sitting in the living room with the dogs nearby, something happened that completely changed the way he viewed the house. Watch closely. In the footage, a chair slowly tilts backward, as though someone is leaning against it and applying steady pressure. What makes the moment even more intriguing is the reaction of the dogs, which immediately become alert and appear focused on something unseen. When combined with the earlier reports of footsteps, unexplained sounds, and the dogs reacting to empty spaces, the movement of the chair becomes more difficult to dismiss as a simple coincidence. If something unseen truly caused that chair to move, the implications are unsettling. Chris may not have been alone in that living room after all. For now, however, the true explanation remains a mystery.
And kindly don't forget to subscribe. If you want to share your own story or want to contact us, you can mail scarycamyt@gmail.com.